treasure!
He's trying to guide, believers to what he truly thinks is right. He's reading from a manuscript of scientific lore. Throw away the rest, but you don't need it anymore. Free for sure, the Lord of non-belief. If he can't prove it, no one can get ready for the brief. A dead day is skeptic, we all know what that means. He's lurking in the shadows and crushing all your dreams. They're never going to land. Don't believe in cryptids that leave footprints in the sand. Don't believe in spirits appearing from the dead. The only demons out there are living in your head. Dream crusher, the Lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the dream. A dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means. He's lurking in the shadows and crushing all your dreams. Dream crusher, the Lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the dream. A dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means.
Hello, everybody. Oh, it's Friday night. Woo! Oh, Tim Vickers is in the house and backstage. You almost missed it. I sent him a reminder earlier today, and he's like, oh, shit, I'm glad you reminded me. And, like, we got to the point where I was like, I sent him a message 2 minutes before, and I didn't see his icon drop down. I'm like, oh, shit, he forgot, which is, no big deal because he is helping me out. But he just got on as the intro was playing. Hello, everybody. How is it going? I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's enjoying their day. Let me see. He was gaming. I knew it. I knew you were gaming, Tim. All right. So let me say hi to people. Let me say hi to some people. I saw people in here earlier, and I was interacting a little bit. So, oh my gosh, goodness. Let me see. I know I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. Blast Rights was first here today. So that's good job. Leanne, the cleaner, Parazones is in the house. Cat Mac, it's date night. Malachi's here. Kit Ford's in the house. Truth Haunted World. I'm going down the list here. And I got, there was a lot of conversation between everyone there. Pinky's in the house. Good to see you. Kristen G is here. We got Giselle L. I love these names. These are awesome. Dolores Ratliff. Am I saying that right? I think so. I hope so. Who else? Lose Reviews. Oh, I like that. Lose Reviews Plus. Damn. He's all in with the Disney Plus and all those pluses. I'm gonna do like Skeptical Help Bar Plus because it's just plus me. We got Obscure Reference Man is in the house. What's up, Mr. Tim Binga? Going through. I like making sure I get everyone before I move on. This is the part where Donna usually jumps on top of me and just starts naming off names. Ken Anderson is in the house. Kristen G, did I say that? I don't know. Laura B is here. Wayne Dawson, Cree Storm. We got, who else? We got a bunch of people. I know there's a lot of lurkers. We got Julie N. We got Damn It Bob's in the house. I see you, buddy. The Phantoms of Yore. I love that. John Without an H is here. Teach It Forward. That's Bob. That's Damn It Bob twice in the house. That's good. We got capital K-A-T cat. Cat bat. Because you got a little bat there. I like that. Autumn Swords in the house. And Ken Jarrell. Oh, hello. Diane Wheatley Ganson. Am I saying that right? I hope so. Some of these names I don't remember saying. I probably did say them before, but I just don't remember because I'm horrible with names. And I tried. Jade Kitten's in the house. Hey, Jade Kitten. We got Adrian Hill. Hey, Giggles. Good to see you. Dr. Jim's in the house. Silent Cal. That's Tim Vickers in Incognito. Mary Jane Gin Juice. Mary Jane Gin Juice. I did screw it up, but I corrected myself. Dawson Toller. What the hell? Hello, Dawson Toller, you big ass skeptic. That's so funny. YouTube Ghost Hunting channel called him a skeptic. That's funny. Aneurysm is in the house. Easy there. Don't get excited. Let's see. I'm going down. I'm getting there. Daniel Reed's here. Hey, Daniel. Good to see you. Daniel's like all over the place. He's doing interviews and lectures and podcasts all over the place. Mary Jane, I'm going down the lane. I didn't miss you, Mary Jane. I'm just going down. I start literally at the beginning of the comments and I go down. That way I try to get to everyone and make sure that I say everyone's name and I don't miss anyone. There, I'm at the bottom. All right, Devon Zipper. There you go. Last one that popped in. Yeah, that's right. Dawson's the skeptic and I'm the believer. Right. Oh my goodness. That was so funny. When I heard that, I was laughing. I had to go back like 2 minutes in the video because I just laughed so hard. I had to walk away. All right. Anyway, everyone, welcome back to the show. It is open mic night. We got Tim Vickers is in the background. That's why we have a TARDIS up here, replacing where Donna's caricature is usually at, because Donna's down at her father's house because it's his birthday. And her and her two brothers are there and they're kind of doing a family thing. So really cool. I couldn't go because I am highly allergic to his house because he has got like all these, he's a hunter and he's got all these mounted heads and furs and stuff like that, and I walk in and I start wheezing within seconds, so I stay away from there. Rummy is also with Donna, so I am well, my son's home, so I'm not completely alone. I'm all alone. Feel bad for me. It's all right. It just means more video games, that's all, and work. When I do come home from work, I'm here like all the time. Anyway, so it is open mic night. Tim Vickers is in the background. So if you do, shit, we got to go over the rules. What am I doing? I'm all discombobulated. Where are my rules? It's going to mess up the chat here because I still didn't put a box on this thing here. So rule number 1 is that you are welcome to ask questions. That's what this show is about. It's a learning show. You can ask questions, especially when it's open mic night, because we all learn together. Rule number 2 is that I don't know everything. And I want you guys to understand that. I just don't know everything. I make mistakes. I have to look stuff up. So if you ask me a question, there's a good chance I'm going to say, I don't know. And if we have time, we can look it up. If we don't have time, if it looks like it's a big topic, I'll write it down in my trusty notebook, which is always here. And we will, I'll look it up for homework for the next show. And rule number 3 is that we follow the Patrick Swayze rule. That seems to be very relevant in recent times. So you can be in the chat room and you can discuss things. You can debate. You can disagree. That's fine. Do not devolve into name calling because if it gets nasty, if you start calling names of people or just saying just mean shit, you will be booted. Your butt will be put on a little stand and it will boot out of here. I don't know why I did the stand thing, but you'll be gone. I don't tolerate that. And I want to make sure we have conversations, not arguments. Basically, if anyone's going to be mean, let it be me. Because if I say something out of turn, people can come at me and it doesn't get messy in the chat room. Rule number 4 is that if you that's my Philly coming out. Rule number 4 is is that if you do have a question, please put a capital Q in front of it. That way it helps Tim in the background pick it out from the rest of the discussions and queue it up for later. And then rule number 5, which is my favorite, drink up. And I got my Wawa tea. Oh, and because I'm unsupervised, yet again, it is very special tea. All right. So here we go. You will be vicared. And we got a song too. I got an itchy trigger finger. I want to vicar somebody. I want to get them out and play that song and be like, yeah. Put a little picture of them. Maybe I'll add that. Like the first person that honestly gets vicared from this show, I'm going to put a little picture of them in that video. And we'll have like, I mean, hopefully it never happens, but we'd have like a one of those wall of dishonorable or something like that. Something to showcase to people that actually got booted. That would be awesome. Oh man. Oh, you guys are great. You guys inspire me to do funky, silly shit. You miss Philly. I miss Philly too. Sometimes I miss the food. I don't miss the whole environment. Like that's why we decided to leave. Just because we were speaking of Philly, I'm drinking a milkshake from Nifty 50s. Oh, nice. Nice. I love Nifty 50s. Ah, so good. So good. I eat too much when I go there. Because especially now, like I used to know exactly what I wanted when I went to Nifty 50s. It's if you haven't been to one, it's pretty much a 1950s joint, hamburger joint. And it's great. But now it's like when I get the chance to go there, I'm like, yeah, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Bring it all, fill the table, and I'll just bite and nom, 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 nom. And then I'm like, ugh. Oh man. Oh, I gotta show you. I'm so excited. I put this up. I don't know if I put it up. Where did I put it up? I put up a video. I gotta show you though. I gotta show you. Here we go. Ready? Look, they light up. I love it. Oh, I've been so excited because my fat ass broke the wheels that came with it. Actually, it's because I have a carpet in here. You can see this is carpeting, and then I have one of those plastic things that go in front of your desk with the little spikes on the bottom of it. So when you try to pick it up, it's like, ow, this hurts. So I have that down. And because it's not long enough to go from here, where I'm usually working on my computer, to here, where I'm usually talking to people, like I actually go off the mat. So I guess going from carpet to this plastic thing and my fat ass contributed to breaking the wheels. So I got heavy duty ones, and Tim Binga, obscure reference man, had the awesome idea of saying, hey, why don't you see if there's lighted ones? And I was like, oh. And because they're the same price, I know, first world problems. Oh my goodness. So I'm so excited. He can figure teacher. I hate that guy. I know. We all do. Bob. All right. Winchester. Yep. That's right. Let me see. Where is it? Demon Hunters, Orange, Kansas. There you go. All right. So if we let me see. I had things to talk about if we didn't have any questions, but we do have questions, and the things that I had ready to talk about, I really don't want to talk about unless it comes up in a question. So let's go to some questions and see what we can do. Let's see. Obscure reference man. What did you get this afternoon at the garage sales? So I did get, so I got a frame, because I had like a week ago, I think last week, I went out and got a Stranger Things puzzle. So I like puzzles. I like doing puzzles because it's good and bad, because I get obsessed. When I start a puzzle, I cannot stop. So once I start it, I got to start it early enough because I can't stop. If I try to sit down, it's in my head and I have to get back up, and I will stay up till 1, 2, 3, 4 all night long into the into the next day, until I complete it. So, but it also focuses me. It gives me a break of doing doing something other than what I usually do, which is this kind of stuff, which I love. But you always need a break, do something different. So I picked up a Stranger Things puzzle, which is a poster of I think the first season. It's the poster from the first season, and it looks great. It's a 18 by 24 poster. So I was able to find a frame for that, and I put it in a frame. What else did I do? I did oh, you guys probably know, many of you know, I have a nice walking path on my land, and basically I've lined one side of it with the 12-inch action figures from Marvel and DC. I got Godzilla and King Kong there too. And I finally found a Venom figure. So that was in the thrift store, and it was like $4. So I picked that up because I haven't seen Venom before. So, and I like Venom. So I picked that up. What else? Oh, I got a nun doll. So it's a doll. Speaking of dolls, that's a nun. And this is the second one. I've had this one before, and I painted it up like white to kind of match, but not really, but kind of match the one from the Conjuring universe. But I got another one. I was like, cool. I got that one. I'll paint that one on too, and because I think I sold the last one, so now I have another one, and that would be cool. And is that it? Yeah, I got like a storage rack for some of my stuff, my crafts at home. So that's what I got. But good question. Yeah, I do love talking about that. Oh, you know what I could do? I could real quick tell you. I did watch Superman. And I got a couple things at the theater. I got the there you go. Cool. So my wife and I went on, I think, Saturday after it opened, and we went to AMC. So I got the newsstand machine. So like the old news, I don't know if they still have them. But you'd put the quarter or 50 cents in, and you pull the door down, and you pull out a paper, and it was like the honor system because you could literally grab all of them, which I'm not saying I did, but kids could possibly pull all of them out and then sell them somewhere else for full price. I guess some kids might do that. So I got that. That was awesome. It's big too. It's really big. And it's got a little newspaper that comes out, and it has like Superman on the front, and you flip it over, it's crypto. So naturally I put crypto on there. And then I also went back and I picked up this because this is freaking awesome. It's nice. It's a good, like a rubbery material, but it's a nice quality. I really like it. And they had different tops. Well, actually they only had this top. The other tops weren't available. I tried to get the crypto one because I love crypto. So there you go. And so quick review. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I thought it was really good. I don't think it was great, but I think it was really good. I was excited. I definitely think it's the original 78 Superman is going to forever be my favorite. Christopher Reeve was my Superman. He always will. He inspired me. I can't tell you how many times I've watched the helicopter scene from that movie, because it's just anytime I was down and depressed, I would watch that and I feel good again. So that always my Superman. But I think this is definitely number 2, maybe 2.5, because I still like Superman 2. Superman 2. And I think this one, it was good. It was very comic booky without being cheesy. So a lot of these comic book movies that have tried to go right from the comic, you can't do that because it's cheesy. Like things work in the comic book that simply do not work in real life. And when you see it on the big screen, you're like, that looks like shit. So a lot of characters, a lot of like, I think the Phantom, that was just horrible. But with this, it was good. It translated the comic book vibe to the big screen really good. There were some things that kind of took me out, but that was more my skeptical mind coming in. Like, for example, the big kaiju that's in there. Like, it goes from this little cute little, what do you call them? Like mad balls or something, monster balls. That was like maybe like 2 feet tall to overnight. it's suddenly like 20 or 25 stories tall, which I didn't have a problem with that. I had a problem that all of a sudden we're just put in this scene and it's in the middle of the city. It's literally in the middle of the city in a park surrounded by buildings and nothing is destroyed. So it's like, first, how to get there without walking to where it was. And then there's people just walking around and nobody reacts until Superman shows up. And it was like, nobody's reacting. But other than that, I thought it was good. I thought it was fast paced. I liked all the characters and the references. And it was just, he did have vibes of Christopher Reeve with his smile, with how he treated people. I liked Man of Steel, but in a different way, because that was more dark and more muted colors and just darker tone. And he really didn't smile much. But this one, they smiled. It was much brighter. It was out there. I did like it. I did really like it. So that's my hot take on it. Would Superman make a difference in the Ark of the Covenant controversy? So I think Superman would just be honest and say, I'm not an archaeologist. I'm not going to claim to be an archaeologist when I'm not Indiana Jones. And therefore, I am going to save it from the Nazis, but make no mistake, I am just going in to get it out of their hands, and that's it. That's the difference. Because Indiana Jones was a raider, a looter, not an archaeologist. And I will die on that hill, Seg, if you're here. All right, what else we got, Tim? Are you happy, Kenny? I am on 2 platforms from 3 different accounts. Yes. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm happy. Inflate those numbers. I do that. I do that all the time. I've especially like when we're doing 3 Tortured Souls, I'm following on Facebook and on YouTube just to make it look like we've done much better. Over the last year or so, we've gotten more people watching. So I always like to see at least hit 10, like double digits, but we've been doing pretty good. I think the last show we had like 30 some people watch. So it's nice. It's nice. Yeah. Hit that like button everywhere. Hit the like button. Click, 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 click. All right. What else we got? That was good. What was Tim playing? Oh, what were you playing? Maybe answer me. Hold on. So Delta Force. Oh, there you go. Delta Force is the answer to the next question. He was playing Delta Force. I have been playing the same game for 2 years, 3 years now. Fallout 4. Like, that's ever since. Like, I didn't used to play it. I played it when the series came on. The Netflix or the Amazon. Is it Amazon? When the series came out, I watched it. I loved the series. I was like, let me try this game. And I looked it up and I was like, I asked Google, what's the best Fallout game? And most of the people said Fallout 4. So that's what I got. And now I'm hooked. I really like it. And like, I got Nuka-Cola stuff and I make Nuka-Cola stuff and all that stuff. So I haven't done Delta Force though. I don't know if that's available. Is that Xbox or PlayStation or computer? Is it PC? What do you say, Tim? PC. Okay. I feel like a translator. I'm getting secret messages. The Witcher 3. Yeah. Obscure reference, man. Yes. Obscure reference, man. I didn't do it the first time. I did play Witcher 3 in between, and I thought that was a great game too. I really like that. I heard that there's a new version coming out. I saw a video the other day, and they were talking. The Corridor crew on YouTube were talking about it and saying how the graphics are like 100 times better. So I'm looking forward to it. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Yeah, that's good. I like that. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Console. Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. Something's there. What is tonight's specialty concoction? So this is Kraken. And it's also got... it may have a wee bit of the moonshine tea in it. A wee bit. But yeah. So I should be feeling good by break time. Really good. I actually stopped at I went to the Blue Bull. You got to be careful when you say that name, which is a pub right around. It's within walking distance of me. So I usually try to go there if Donna's not here and I know I have a show and I kind of take off a little early. I go over there, I sit down. I know the bartenders. So they're really nice people, and I sit down and I quietly have dinner and a couple beers, and I play on my phone. Call Donna, we'll need bail money. And it's nice. He's got moonshine. That's right. So yeah, I usually do that, and I did that tonight. So I had a couple beers over there, and then wandered over here. I chatted briefly with my friend and thief, Melanie Treason King, a little bit. She called me, and we were talking a little bit. So yeah, that's what's in the tea tonight. All right, what else we got? Pinky, your little unicorn. How do you feel about being an amazing wrestler in the rest? So I followed it a little bit, and I kind of stopped because I get on YouTube when I can. I mean, I'm on a lot, but I'm usually watching like more educational videos. And I had this weird thing about watching video games being played out when I'm not playing them. So I don't watch them, and I feel bad. I've talked to Spaghetti Guy, and really nice guy, but I haven't actually followed it. So I don't know. I know that I was in the running. I know that I got my ass beat by like 2 people or something. That's the last time I heard what was going on. So I don't know where my standing is. Am I winning? Am I doing any good? I hope so. All right. What else we got? Lose Reviews Plus. What do you review? Question. Are you keeping out of having thoughts on what may have happened with Ragman Media Video? Yes. I have nothing to do with that. I don't know the person. I don't really follow what that is. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it as polite and professionally as I can without trying to sound like a dick, but I don't care for drama. And when it's part of when stuff like that, I try to just stay out of it. It's not part of here. I don't get involved. There's no reason for me to get involved. So I don't have any opinion on it. I haven't been following it. I don't know what's going on. I heard something about him may have died, but then something else happened. So I don't know. And I honestly don't want to know, because I feel bad saying this, but I just don't care. And I don't want that to come off as being mean or insensitive. It's not my business. And I think I leave it at that. I mean, if it's not my business, I don't poke. If somebody has something going on, if it's something bad, I hope they get help. If it's not, I don't want to get involved unless I have to. And I don't think I have to with this. It's not one of those situations where I would have to. So does that make sense? Does that sound okay? I mean, is that acceptable? Acceptable. I mean, It is what it is. But I don't want to. I don't want to sound like a dick. I already did that once this week. I don't want to do it again. So, all right. What else we got? Sorry. Let me hold on a second. Hold on a second. Ooh, damn. I don't know what's maybe it's all the alcohol. It's all piling up. Can you explain the T? Are the Winchester brothers related to the mystery house? Oh, okay. So no, no. Oh no. This is from Supernatural. Sam and Dean from Supernatural. That's what this shirt is for. Nothing to do with the Winchester house, the mystery house. No. It's from Supernatural, great series. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. I love it. But for the tea, so the tea, have you been on my show? Do you not know what a tea is? Special tea is because I grew up in Philly, and Wawa was if you grew up in Philly or the Philly area or Jersey, Delaware, you know Wawa. So I drank one of these pretty much every day. I would stop in the morning, get one of these for work. And then when I started doing the show, I added rum to it and thought it was great. Yeah. And it became a staple. That's why there's specialty right there. Because that's what this is. It's the specialty. Wait. There you go. It's like a mirror image. Yeah, the tea is affecting my brain. It does. It makes me think faster. At least I think so. All right. What else we got? How do you find out about all the garage sales? You must be addicted. Yes, I am. I'm totally addicted. I love garage sales. I love yard sales. I love flea markets for a variety of reasons. One, if I'm looking for something, I can find vintage toys there sometimes, and I collect vintage toys, certain genres. And once in a while, you score a hit. You get a treasure. Like a couple of weeks back, I scored a original Return of the Jedi Rancor monster, and it had an arm that had broken off, but it was just the band inside that actually held the arm to the body. I'm like moving around like I'm demonstrating it, and it just needed a simple fix. So I was able to do that, and now I have an original piece that everywhere I've seen it, it was well over $100 to buy this toy. So I got it for $5, and it cost me $2 for the O-rings, and I already had zip ties to actually put it back together. So it worked out great. That's why I love them. How do I find out about them? There is an app, and I will show you, called Yard Sale Treasure Map. That's the app there. And as you can see, like it gives you all the yard sales and flea markets and stuff in the area. So it will tell you, this is for Friday. Let's see, I'll punch it in for Saturday. We'll see if it comes up. There we go. It populates with all of them. It tells me how many. All the little push pins are yard sales. So I think I have mine set for like 20 miles, 25 miles range. And I just get up. It gives you information. I love talking about this. Let's see. If you touch on one, let's see. Like it comes up, it says, let me see if that comes up. There it goes. It says garage sale. And then when you tap on it, oh, wait a minute. It'll open up. It gives you the information. That's not a good example. Hold on. It usually gives you like pictures. So it'll give you like pictures like that, and you can scroll through. It'll tell you all the listings. Like it has sunglasses, dresses, purses. This is a curated. Can't say that word. Curated women's fashion, which I didn't go to today because I am just not in need of dresses. But yeah, it tells you all about it. It'll give you directions right from the app. So drink. Thanks, Malachi. it'll give you directions right to it. So sometimes Donna goes with me. Sometimes word for the list. Yeah. Most of the time I get up by myself, on Saturday or Sunday. Or I found like down in Philly, yard sales were Saturday and Sunday only. That was it. Up here in Buffalo, they start on Thursday, which is weird. But I like it because I can get all my work done and then take it like an extended lunch and go out and hit all the yard sales on Thursday. And I usually get the better deals because all the stuff is still there. So yeah, that's what I do. I love it. But in addition to like the toys and stuff, I find projects, like do-it-yourself projects that I'd like to do. A lot of the crafts that I do, I find through yard sales because it's really cheap. And then sometimes I see like shelving units, like bookshelves or something that are in good condition. They're just covered in dust, and people don't like them anymore. Or I see some antique that I recognize. I'm like, oh shit, like that's pretty decent. That'll look nice in the house. So I get it and I clean it up or I fix it up. And because a lot of the stuff that I get for the house, I can fix up and make brand new. And it's just I'm a cheap motherfucker. That's it. Like I can't stand looking at things and paying full price for stuff, especially when there's something that's used that can be refurbished, and that's the kind of like all my training is about fixing stuff, figuring out what's wrong and fixing it. So that's what I do. So it's fun. It's fun. I love the treasure hunting too. Yeah, I know. That's a good t-shirt, Jim. I'm a cheap motherfucker. Oh man, so many t-shirts. All right, let's see what else we got. Teach it forward. What do you think of the Warren Legacy Foundation doubling down on the Annabelle doll? Or you have not watched the TikTok yet? That guy is full of it. So I know you did bring that to my attention. I did not watch it, and I think I can't comment on that because I didn't watch the video and I don't know what he said or what they said. But if they're doubling down on, I guess, the haunted nature of the doll, I will let me see. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do this? Let me see. I will refer back to Exhibit A. Demonologist by Ed and Lorraine Warren. Okay, the people that they got the doll from, the people that they allegedly learned all their shit from, that apparently because of money they're ignoring because reasons. I will quote from the book. I will quote from the book of the demonologist. Then the doll is possessed? Question. Deidre. I got it right. I don't have the drink. Quote, no, the doll is not possessed. Spirits don't possess things. Spirits possess people, Ed informed her. Instead, the spirits simply moved the doll around and gave it the illusion of being alive. But because you girls believed, this is a lot of bullshit, the spirit of a little girl, Annabelle, that the appearance and reality were the same to you. In short, you left yourselves wide open and a deceptive, negative spirit took advantage of you. So, in Ed's own words, it was never possessed. So all the shit that they say, all the shit that the owners say about this fucking doll, complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. And it's a shame that they are promoting this. It's one thing that it's a shame that they're promoting this. They're totally ignoring everything behind him. And it's pretty much one of those situations where it's like, it's a money-making scheme, and they're not going to do anything until the original people die. So Ed and Lorraine, once they're gone, which is what happened, they start putting it on tour. They start displaying it. They open it up. So now they're making money off of this. And it's ridiculous because they're lying to everyone. They're bold-faced lying to their audience. Again, I don't know exactly what he said in the video. I'm just going on the broader scheme of things, the general things that I've read from them, the videos that I've seen from them in the past. where they're just outright lying to people. Nah, you don't have to, Tim. I saw your message. So yeah, I don't, there's nothing weird about the doll. I put my post out. I made my comments. It's not possessed. It's not demonic. It's not haunted. It's not magical. It can't hurt anyone. It can't even stand on its own fucking legs because it's rags. Rags. That's it. What was the name? That distracted me. Yard sale treasure map. Let me see. Let me see if it'll, I don't know if it'll come up until you actually, there it is. So it's yard sale treasure map. There you go. Rate this map. No, I'm not going to rate this app. All right. So yard sale treasure map. Awesome app. I've been using it for like, I don't know, like 8 years now, something like that. It's been a long time, way before I came up here. And it's definitely worth it. It helps you out. It because I hate just looking for signs. I want to get there. Like Saturday morning, Sunday morning, especially mostly Saturday morning is when I go to garage sales and yard sales. And I want to make sure that I get to all of them and as many as possible because each one's different. And then Sunday is usually for the flea market. So we have a big flea market. We have two. One is about 20 minutes from me, and then the other one is about an hour drive. And it depends on how I feel in the morning and when I get my ass up. It depends on how long I've been or how long this show goes and how much I've had to drink. Hey, Ben Radford, I see you. Is Shauna here? Shauna. All right. What else we got? Cree Storm. So do you think you are more a geek or a nerd? And no, this isn't bashing. There's a difference. Oh, wait. Now we gotta look. So geek versus nerd. While both terms, and this is from the all powerful Google, while both terms, geek and nerd, often overlap and are sometimes used interchangeably, they have distinct connotations. A geek is typically defined by an intense enthusiasm for a particular subject or hobby. Yes. Often leading to a collection of related items or information. Yes. A nerd, on the other hand, is characterized by a strong intellectual capacity and a focus on academic pursuits or specialized knowledge. Yes. So I am both. But with this, I think the proper definition that really fits is that I am a geek when it comes to my collectibles. Because, yes, I have an enthusiasm for a subject or hobby, Star Wars, Superman, comics, science fiction, Stargate, stuff like that. And it did lead to a collection of related items and information. So I have a whole bunch of information about those topics in my head. But on the other side, I am basically a coin. So one side of me is the geek and the other side is the nerd, because now I have a specialized knowledge in skepticism, critical thinking, and paranormal topics, and how it relates to investigating those topics. So I think I do have both sides. So you split me right down the middle. I'm a GERD. That's good. I like that. Oh my goodness. That's a t-shirt too. Let's see. A GERD. A geek and nerd. Or is it a neek? Oh man. That's good. I'm gonna try and make that t-shirt. I'm a geeky nerd. I'm a nerdy geek. I'm a geek. Yeah. I think I'm both. I really do think I'm both. And it depends on what we're talking about, I guess. Yeah, because one relates more to like collecting and a geek. Yeah. That was fun. I didn't realize that. I call myself both without realizing. I just use the terms interchangeably. So thank you for that question. I learned a little bit. Geeker. That's good too. I like that. Geek Gerd. Or just, I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out. Obscure reference man, Monday morning. That's our morning topic. Isn't GERD acid reflux? Oh, is it? What is GERD? What is GERD? Yeah. It is. That's okay. So we're not going with that term. We're definitely not going with that. I've been geekered. I like that. Yeah, I think I like geekered because that's a little bit. I don't know. That feels D&D-ish. You know, I'm a geeker of a. I'm a 12th level geeker. Oh man! All right, you guys are so much fun. All right, what else we got? We got like 15 minutes before the break. Truth haunted world. How do you maintain motivation to search for truth when there is so much codswallop? Did I say that right? That people continue to promote, even if it's been debunked. I'm gonna look up that word because that I think that is the first time I've seen that word. What's that? Nonsense. Oh, it means nonsense. Okay. I figured it did, but okay. You know what? It's not always that. So yeah, people do continue to promote like beliefs as truth sometimes. Some people just have their own beliefs, and I don't. I think I've made that clear. Like I don't mess with people or engage when people have their own personal beliefs and they don't publicize them because as far as I'm concerned, you do you. You know, if as long as it doesn't hurt somebody, you're cool. But if you try to influence someone to force them to believe what you believe, or you impact their lives with your own beliefs, say like when some ghost hunters go into private homes and tell them that they have a demon in their house, that I think is wrong. So it's not always that they're continuing to promote it. Sometimes, and I would say more than just sometimes, I do have a good conversation, or somebody comes to me and I get an email or a message, or even somebody stops by here, or they approach me at an event and say that they've learned something from me. And that is one of the biggest compliments I can get is knowing that I've had an impact on someone like that. So that is the motivation for me. When I get letters, when I get postcards, when people show up to this live stream on a Friday night, or for some of you, it's Saturday morning, just because you're showing up every week, and that motivates me because it's showing me that you have an interest, that people do have an interest, and if I can help, that's awesome. So getting that feedback is always important. And even when the feedback is more critiquing me, if I make a comment, like I made comments earlier this week about a situation, and I was engaged with two people where they disagreed with some of what I wrote, and we talked about it. We went back and forth, and I realized that, yeah, I'm probably wrong, and I changed what I did. So even that is a positive influence because I learned something and I can impart that idea, like that we can be wrong. And I think that's important to show everyone. Like I don't put myself on a pedestal. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and I keep telling everyone, don't take my word for it. Fact check me. And that was a good example of, hey, I don't think I did a good job on that. Somebody fact checked me, not really fact checked, but questioned me and realized like, okay, I was wrong. And let me fix it. Let me change it because I realized after I thought about it, I was wrong. So my motivation comes from you guys, to be honest. It comes from you guys because it's not always negative feedback. It's not always people pushing back all the time. Sometimes people are interested. Some people, they may approach me with almost like a standoffish attitude because they don't know how to take someone like me, I guess. I think that's the right way to put it. And once we start talking, they realize that I'm interested and I'm just here to help. I'm not here to make anyone's life miserable unless you're deliberately hoaxing things. Then yeah, by all means, I will shatter your fucking good fortune because you're scamming people, and I think that's wrong. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope that it answered your question. Just always look for the good in this. Like there's so much bad in the world. There's so much negativity. People shit on so much. And it's not just enough sometimes to have thick skin. I'm getting serious because I took off my glasses. It's not so much just having thick skin. It's realizing that not everything deserves your attention. Not everything deserves a response and hours of your day so you can argue with someone online that you don't know, that you'll never meet, about topics that really, in the grand scheme of things, don't fucking matter. So I think I have that skill for the most part. It's not perfect by far, but most of the time I can let things roll off. If someone gets mad at me for something I said, if they come to me in a calm fashion and we can discuss it, great. I'm all for it. But if someone's just yelling at me, I just ignore it. I don't bother with it. I don't read the comments. I just move on to the next thing because there are people that appreciate the work that I do. And if I can still have an impact on their lives, then that's what motivates me. So I hope I answered that question. There was a judge here when he took off his glasses. Butts were running. Oh man, yeah. It's funny. It's funny. Like I take off my glasses and everything's blurry. Can't read the comments, but I think this is a focusing technique. It's not necessarily like, oh, I'm getting serious. It's I don't want to be distracted. So now I can't read the comments. So now I'm focused on the camera. Kenny, have you ever seen Brightburn? I have, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. Very, very dark, and definitely a different take on Superman. Even though I'm pretty sure it wasn't allowed to say it was Superman or any like associated with Superman, but yeah, it was. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I like that. Autumn, I like your statement there. It's easy to mistake my passion for aggression. Yeah, it is sometimes, especially over text. Especially over text. Mysteries Untold. Have you heard that Henry Cavill may be the next James Bond? I don't know. I'm not a James Bond fan. It's not that I don't not like him. I just don't really care for the James Bond franchise. Never really was into it. I watched it sometimes if it happened to be on, but I never watched it. I like Henry Cavill. The only thing I care about is the Highlander movie because I know he's playing that and I want to see that. I'm big on Highlander. I mean, I have the Highlander sword. I had to make it a dagger because my arm's not that long, but my son is named after Connor McLeod. So I love the Highlander movie and all its cheesiness. So, but yeah, I'm definitely excited about the Highlander movie, not so much the James Bond. No offense, I don't care about James Bond. But Henry Cavill is just amazing. I think from what I've seen, and I follow him like on social media and stuff, and I've seen videos of him because he played Superman, and I thought he was a good Superman. I thought the take on it was good. It was dark and moody, but it was still good, and I understood. I could relate to the struggles. And from what I've seen of him, Henry Cavill is just a nice, freaking guy. Like, he is just a nice gentleman, and I think a lot of people, especially in Hollywood, could learn from him because he's just that. He's nice. And I mean, if I was gay, I'd totally hook up with him. Nah, he's a nice guy. Man, that's funny. I'm probably going to get in shit for saying that. All right, next question. Same. I mean, he's a good-looking man. I wish I looked like him. Daniel Reed, could Superman open the Ark and look in it? So, I would say, depending on the lore, okay? So, if we're going with Indiana Jones lore and how the Ark reacted to being opened, then I would say no. Because Superman, according to comic book lore, was susceptible to magic. So he would be just as defenseless against the magic coming out of the Ark as anyone else that was there. He might be able to withstand a little bit more, maybe the hits, but it depends on how you determine the lightning. Like, all the lightning that came out and hit all the Nazis, like, was that magical lightning or just lightning? Because, there would be a difference, I think. He might be able to withstand the lightning. I don't know about the face melting, though. I don't know. Because, yeah, he's got a weakness with magic. So, all right. Maybe one more question, and then we'll go to break. Doing awesome. Obscure reference man. Would James Bond make a difference? Oh, my God. You guys are obsessed with the Ark. Would James Bond make a difference in the Nazis acquiring the Ark of the Covenant? I think no, I don't think so. Again, I'm not a big James Bond fan, but I think he relies on a lot of gadgets. He might have some gadgets. Actually, he might. You know what? I'm changing my answer because I don't think he would be as invested as Indiana Jones, because Indiana Jones, as a Tomb Raider, not an archaeologist, because he's not, he hesitated and didn't fire the, the RPG or the bazooka, whatever he had, where I think James Bond would have. I think he would just been like, you know what? They're all Nazis. I don't need any of them. Boom. Blows it up. Done. Movie end. Roll credits. Oh, man. Indiana Jones or Lara Croft? They're both Tomb Raiders. I mean, one is literally called Tomb Raider. And then the other one is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like, they're calling him a raider. So he's raiding a tomb. So I think they're the same thing. And they both, they show similar knowledge, historical knowledge in the fictional stuff that the movies are about and the stories are about. So, and they both employ their own fancy techniques. And, Lara Croft is like Batman rich, because she can fly like all kinds of shit, and she shows up in her little skimpy outfit and weird fur trench coat kind of thing. And then Indiana just looks like, guy that's been sleeping in the same shirt for like a week. So I think that's the only difference there. Waiting for the Indiana Jones and Lara Croft crossover movie. Yeah, well, it's not going to happen now. Harrison Ford is just way too old. All right, let's go to break. We're just about there, and we will play our Blake. Oh shit! I'm going to drink because I'm messing up now. I'm going to feel good at the end of the show. This is what happens when I'm not supervised. Let me see here. Where is the... Oh, there's the commercial. So we will see you back here in 4 minutes and 9 seconds from now.
And now for something completely different.
Welcome, my fellow skeptics. Welcome one and all. I am the chief investigator. Oh, come along, old chap. We will have a ball. Now if you will excuse me, it's time to open the mic. Good night. Good night. Can you get over the name? Investigating's my game, and I will have at it. Quid pro quo. As the head of this committee, hunting for ghosts can be shitty, but there is nothing better that I know. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? Let's open the bar and have some questions, alright. Maybe you might find an answer or two. I will find the truth this night and day. And if my name is not Kenny Biddle, then I assure you here I will not stay. Good day. Kenny Biddle's the name, ghost hunting's the game. I won't let anything get in my way. Too many fakers out there, too many chefs, too many toe tappers, none of it makes any sense. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? Let's open the bar and ask some questions, alright. Maybe you might find an answer or two. Who knows? There may be ghosts in the machine, but trust me, I am not so keen. I prefer to see these things clearly, not in 144 P. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? If you don't think I am right, let's open night night. Yeah, yeah. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? If you don't think I am right, let's open mic night. Yeah. If you have an answer or two, let Kenny Biddle solve it for you. Let Kenny Biddle solve it for you. The one and only Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle.
All right. Hey, Friday House. I see you lurking. Glenda Watt, R&B. I see you wondering, Wenchy. Michael Burkeen. I see a bunch of you guys lurking in the background. Little Miss Mayhem. What's up, girl? All right. Let's see. Let's get back into it. What else we got? Whew. Kent Anderson. Is this a Penn and Teller routine where Tim isn't allowed to talk? No, actually, it's easier the way we do it here, because usually when Donna's here, she's literally in the room with me. She's right on the other side of the desk here, and she's sitting here and she has her own microphone. So for Tim to be on, he would shrink the screen down and he would be over here. I would be here. And he actually prefers to be in the background. So But I mean, he's welcome to come on anytime he wants. He can do it if he wants to. He can just pop on if he wants to. He has control to do that. So, but yeah, I think he just prefers to be in the background and just see what's going on, be part of the chat. Good question though. We let him out of the cage once in a while. He gets like 20 minutes of sunshine, and then it's back in the hole. All right, what else we got? Obscure reference man. A lot of us Tims are like that. That's right. Tim's got his office down like about like 20 steps away from me or something like that. And yeah, he comes out of his cave, his bat cave, when he has some knowledge to impart, or if he has an idea that he knows that I will be totally into and execute. Like the Beware the Rabbit setup that I have in the front of my house now. much to the displeasure of my wife. She was okay, I think, until I put the sign up that says Beware of Rabbit. She's like, really? Really? You gotta do that? I'm like, yeah. All right. Leanne, the cleaner Parazone. How do we know the center of the earth is molten lava if nobody has been there and the deepest tunnel ever dug is 7 miles? So first and foremost, it's not molten lava. It is, I believe it's molten iron. And I did pull this up, and I'm good. This is out of my wheelhouse, so I don't know. I asked the old powerful Google, and the answer that I got was the Earth's core is known to be molten based on evidence from seismic wave behavior, the Earth's magnetic field, and models of planet formation. Specifically, seismic S waves don't travel through the outer core, suggesting it's liquid, while the magnetic field is generated by the movement of molten iron in the outer core. So I'm going to say science because this is not my wheelhouse again, but there's a whole bunch of stuff here about like seismic waves, Earth's magnetic field, models of planet formation, and differentiate. Oh my God. I'm not going to try that word. See, Earth has a magnetic field generated by the movement of electricity or electrically conductive fluids, specifically molten iron in the outer core. The process is known as geodynamo, and it requires a liquid, convecting outer core. Magnetic field's strength and fluctuations are consistent with a liquid outer core. The magnetic field also experiences reversals, where the north and south magnetic poles swap places, which is thought to be related to the dynamics of the molten outer core. So I guess the best thing to do is just do a deep dive into it. I did a very simple search, but I recommend doing a deep dive into this. And there's different things. Don't go to Reddit. The first link comes up, it says Reddit. No, there's another one that goes physics, Stack Exchange, education from the National Geographic Society. That is the one that I will put in the chat room, because that is a link that I would put more weight on than anything else. ChatGPT. All right. I just glanced at something on Facebook. Sometimes people are just stupid. I hate using that word, but sometimes it's the only word to use. Anyway, all right. So I'm sorry I couldn't answer your question fully, but that's out of my wheelhouse. So I don't want to give information if it's wrong, because it would just be me thinking and or giving what I thought was the correct answer. And I want to make sure you get the right answer. Redman. Hey, Redman, how you doing? When are you going to run with Tim's topic for Three Tortured Souls topic for July and incorporate AI into an investigation. Great topic, Tim. That's why he put it up there. So we have to find an investigation. Well, first, yeah, we'd have to find a place and set up an investigation. Maybe, I don't know, because it's the three of us, and I want to, because I know Tim and I will be in West Virginia well, Tim's always in West Virginia, but I'll be in West Virginia along with Tim at the Skeptic Camp, the West Virginia Skeptic Society's Skeptic Camp in October, I believe. Maybe we can convince Dave to come down and attend, and then maybe we can figure out a place, stay an extra day or so, and find a place down there to investigate and incorporate this idea of AI and see what it would come up with. I'd be interested. I mean, a lot of the things that we talked about during that 3TS show, which was the last show that we did with Three Tortured Souls. So if you're don't know what we were talking about, the topic was using AI with ghost hunting. That ghost hunters are starting to incorporate using ChatGPT or other AI things into ghost hunting. And we talked about like the top ways, actually asking ChatGPT, what are some ways that ghost hunters can use it? And then exploring that. And we did a good in-depth discussion about that. And it was fascinating and scary at the same time, because a lot of the stuff, like I think, for example, we talked about EVPs and ghost box usage and stuff like that. And I think the issue was that ChatGPT responded saying that the ghost hunter would input the transcript of the ghost box session or EVP session, and the ChatGPT or AI would analyze and look for patterns. But the problem is the input. So the input is going to be subjective, because it's going to be the ghost hunters that are interpreting the results rather than the AI actually analyzing the recording to see if there was spoken or was speech, instead of just perceived speech. So that's a big problem. So, but if we can figure it out, maybe that's something. Hey, Daniel, I know you're in the chat. Like, is that something maybe we can try to set up? Is there a place down there that maybe you guys know about, you and Tim know about, where we could work it out? And then we'll talk to Dave and see if we can get Dave to come down for a day or two, and we can figure this out. We can do a live show. 3TS with guest star Daniel Reed, because Daniel's been like everywhere. I think like every other day he's messaging me like, hey, I was on this podcast, I did a lecture here. I'm like, damn, dude, you're all over the place. That's great. That's awesome. I'm so happy for him. All right, what else we got? Cree Storm, what do you think of Elton Castee of Overnight and Matt Rife buying a haunted location? Do you know who they are? So I know Matt Rife. I love his comedy. And I don't know who Elton is. I know that there was a video that I watched a while back, because when I did the second article I did on the Conjuring House after my visit, when I actually toured the house, I used a video in which Matt Rife was in, because they were like, oh, hey, Cult Life. Part of their video was the little end table on the second floor that things were falling off of, but it's the floor, and I was able to show that when I was there. So if they are buying a haunted location, let me look up who Elton is, because I don't know who he is. You say Overnight, like I've heard that from like Sag and Beardo, but I don't know. Elton Castee Overnight. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right. There you go. Traveling to every country, blah, blah, blah. All right. So I'm guessing he's like a ghost hunter. I don't know if he was in the video that I watched, to be honest. But something like that, this is going to be difficult to give an opinion on because, again, I don't know Elton. I don't know who he is. I've never watched an episode of Overnight that I know of. Matt Rife, I know as a comedian. And I also have seen him talk about paranormal stuff, and he seems to be a full-on believer with surprisingly little critical thinking when it comes to that. And I say surprisingly because most comedians are amazing critical thinkers because they pull out the little details in everyday situations that are funny and that are odd, and they are able to make them funny. So they usually have pretty good critical thinking skills. But from what I've seen with him talking about paranormal topics, not so much. So that's really all I can do. I can't really go too much further because I don't know Elton, so I don't want to comment. I want to stay in my lane because I don't know him. And if I watch something from him, if I see something, then maybe I can comment later on. But anyone that buys the haunted location, and I guess I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that because of what I've learned about or heard about Overnight from other people in the debunking community, because I'm not a debunker, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's probably going to be more of a moneymaker kind of thing, like more profit driven than anything else. It's probably not going to be anywhere near a research facility or a serious research endeavor. It's going to be a moneymaker, and that's as far as I can say about that. And that even that part's speculation because I just don't know the people. So, but good question though. I appreciate it. All right, teach it forward. You should listen to comedian Mateo Lane's view on. I think I have. Is that the, for lack of a better description, gay guy? That gay guy comedian that talks about Zach. I love it. I think it's freaking hilarious. And if that's the right guy, yeah, I absolutely love it. He's not favorable. Actually gives a very knowledgeable opinion. So I hate Zach. I think it's amazing. And I laughed throughout the entire videos when I was watching them. Really, really good. All right. What else? What time is it? Oh, it's 1:18. We got not 1:18. It's 1:18 into the show. We wanted to get him on 3TS. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. We thought about having him on when the video, when we first saw the video, but then it went viral, and now he's too famous for us. So it's not. we're nobodies, so we can't get famous people. We can't. That's why we're tortured. Well, one of the reasons why we're tortured. King in Yellow. Hello. Nice to see you. All right. What is the best investigation tool you have found at a sale? At a sale. Best investigation tool you have found at a sale. You mean like a yard sale? Garage sale thing? I'm guessing that's what you mean. I'm going to keep checking over the comments to see if you say yes or no. So I think right now, Forensic Kit. Yeah, absolutely. Hold on a second. Let me see. I think I showed this before. I'm pretty sure I showed this before. So I got this. It's a Forensic Kit. It was on Facebook Marketplace, and Obscure Reference Man sent me the link to it. And it was a lady that signed up for a online forensic class, and she completed the class. And I believe part of the class was to buy this kit. And she did, but she never used it. It was more of like she wanted to take the class, but didn't really want to get into it, and put it up online. And Tim saw it, sent it to me, and I immediately jumped into my car and I drove over and picked it up. So I think that's awesome. It's an actual forensic kit. So it has all the legit evidence collection materials in it. I've added some stuff to it from my own collection. I'm going to need a bigger box. He's going to need a bigger boat. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I think that's the best thing that I've gotten so far. When it comes to other things from like from yard sales and stuff, like I picked up multimeters once in a while, because I need them when I take apart some of the equipment, the gadgets and stuff, so I take accurate readings, because some of the readings, depending on the voltage that's going through some of the pins, I need to know that for the experts that I consult with. They usually ask like, well, how much voltage is going to this chip or to this switch and stuff like that. And so I have to be able to tell them. So I usually pick that up anytime that I see them, because like I have one here, I have one at home in my garage, and I have one in my workshop, which is also at home. It's funny. I have a workshop, and then within like it's my garage. I have my garage, and then if I walk down a half a flight of stairs and turn the corner, I have a workshop. So it's a little workshop that I can put stuff together and have tools and parts and stuff like that, which don't clutter my garage. So, damn it, Bob. So yeah, those are the best things that I have. But also, like, there's been little things over the years that I see, like anytime I need an experiment, or I'm doing an experiment, not need an experiment, but when I'm doing an experiment, or I want to set up something with like a photograph or a video to recreate one of them, and I need a certain thing, I will look around. If I need a certain camera, if I need a certain this or that, I will look usually at the flea market, and I'll usually find it because people sell everything at them things, especially the big ones that I go to. So yeah, I think the forensic kit is probably the answer to your question, which is a good question, because I like that. I like talking about that kind of stuff. All right, next. I like the TARDIS. Beep, beep, beep. It's bigger on the inside. Did you know that? What part of Kansas does your shirt say? Lawrence, Kansas. I guess that's where they're from. I don't know. I saw this. There is I don't know his name. Usually at Comic-Cons, there is a T-shirt guy, and that's what I call him, T-shirt guy, that I see all the time. Almost at every well, hold on a second. Let me see. All right. So yeah, there's a T-shirt guy that I see at Comic-Cons, and then sometimes at festivals. And I think it was the last Nickel City Comic-Con, maybe like last year or the year before, that I went to, and that I saw him. And it's funny. Like every time I see him, he's like, "Hey, Kenny, what's up?" And I was like, "What's up, T-shirt man?" So I buy these from him. I have this one. I have a Scooby-Doo one. I have some Star Wars ones from him, because he's a good price. They're good quality shirts, so I always get them. I really should get his card so that I can promote him when I do stuff like this. But yeah, good shirt. I love T-shirts like this. I love science shirts, skepticism shirts, but I also love any kind of sci-fi, comic book, horror, even sometimes. Not really horror. Like, I don't consider supernatural horror. I think it's more like a sci-fi horror. Is that fair to say? But I like Sam and Dean. Dean. I'm Team Dean. Sammy. All right. What else we got? That was a good question. I like these. I like the questions that are all over the place, like not just paranormal stuff. It's different things. What is your thoughts on the 23 Enigma? I don't know what that is. 23. Enigma. I got, I'm like, I typed it like 3 times and I spelled it wrong each time. How did I do that? The 23 Enigma is a belief that the number 23 holds a special significance, appearing frequently in coincidences and events, often with a sense of hidden meaning. This concept, popularized by William S. Burroughs, suggests that the number 23 or its variations. How many variations can you have of 23? Like 32? Its variations is somehow connected to a larger, perhaps even mystical pattern in the world. So I think I'm going to venture to say that this is probably a result of selection bias, where you basically you become aware of something. Is this selection bias? Where's it bias? Bias selection bias. Also known as selection effect, is a systematic error that can occur in research when a process of choosing participants or data. All right, maybe that's not what. What's the help me out here. I know there's a term for it where, say, it's like you decide you're going to buy a brand new Ford Mustang, and you start looking it up, but then you start seeing it everywhere. You start noticing that car like everywhere you go. I forget the name of this. I know there's a term for it, but whatever that term is, I think that's what this is, because like for me, there's certain numbers that I've been like when I worked in aerospace. I was not a name. Frequency illusion. Thank you. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Because you keep seeing, you have this illusion that you're seeing something more frequently because you are more aware of it and you're hyper aware now. So basically I like, all right, let me back up. When I worked in aerospace, I was basically a number, not I did not have a name. I had a number, and everything that I did, all the work that I did was based on my employee number. So it was a 3-digit number. I see that everywhere. I would see that out at the store, on TV, whatever. I would see it everywhere. Never noticed it before. There's also another number that means something between my wife and I see that in different places. It has no significance other than it's important to me, and because it's important to me, I notice it more. So I think that's what we're talking about here. It's not so much that the number 23 is a mystical significance to the universe. It is probably that it came up sometime in this gentleman's lifetime before he came up with this idea, this concept, and that he started noticing it everywhere. And if you are prone, say there's a thing called fantasy prone syndrome. If you are prone to fantasies like that, or if you're open to conspiracy theories, you might think, oh, well, I don't see 23, but that's 32. And that is 23 backwards. So therefore, it must be there. And now you're widening your acceptance within that conspiracy theory. So do I think there's anything of it or to it? No. Of course, to be fair, I just looked it up. But looking at everything the great and powerful Google has given me here, no, I don't think there's something like mystical to it. I think there's just coincidences that happen. And that's it, you know? Like when you look at the clock and begin to believe you see the same time all the time, but you look at the clock at different times, but it's not important. Exactly. Other times when it's not relevant to you, you ignore it. We tend to ignore things, but when we happen to look at the clock, and you're right, Tim. Like, how many times do we look at our phone? How many times do we look to see what time it is? but it may be that 1 or 2 times during the day where we look and it's a certain time, or it's close to the certain time. It doesn't even have to be that certain time. It could be a minute or 2 off and be like, oh, I'm almost there. And you wait for it. Oh, there it is. And it's like, you kind of do a mini celebration for no reason, just because your clock turned to a number. But yeah, that's definitely something. Considering the genesis of 23 is from William, bro, drugs were involved. Was he? Let me see. What's it say about him? He was a American writer and visual artist. He is widely considered a primary figure of the Beat generation and a major postmodern author who influenced both underground and popular culture and literature. Let's see. And what's it say about drugs? Extensively explored the theme of drug use, particularly his own experiences with addiction in his writing, most notably in Junkie and Naked Lunch. I don't know if I'm allowed to laugh at that. That's just made me funny. That made me laugh. That was funny. Junkie and Naked Lunch. While initially becoming addicted to heroin and morphine, he later transitioned to opium and eventually methadone, which he continued using for the rest of his life. Okay, so that does bring into we have to take into account a drug use. So that significantly impacts the conclusion that I would have for now. If drugs were involved, which it sounds like it is, then that's an issue. All right. Timothy Leary. Who's that? Who's Timothy Leary? What am I missing? I don't know. I'm looking around, but I don't see. Tim will tell me later. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we got. Lou's Reviews Plus. What do you think of anyone who thought Seg and Beardo were falling out? Sorry to ask when I know you said you're staying out of drama. It's cool. So how do I want to say this? Let's see. What do you think of anyone who thought Seg? You know what? Like the whole Seg and Beardo thing, you're allowed to have a difference of opinion. I'm going to start with this. I might be getting up on a pedestal here or my soapbox. So disclaimer. Everyone is allowed to do what they want to do. Again, I don't care as long as it doesn't hurt other people. So when it comes to what Seg did and what Beardo, how he reacted and back and forth, I prepared for this. I will present to you in a comical fashion my official box o' fucks. This is the HR friendly version. When it comes to drama like this, I don't give a fuck because I have no fucks to give. It's empty. Totally empty. But this is the HR version because it's friendly, because that way I can keep it around the office and not get in trouble. Don't really care about the drama. But I will say this. You are able to do what you want to do. So in Seg's defense, I don't know if it's defense. He doesn't need. I mean, he can speak for himself. He's a big boy. I agree with what he did. If there was an opportunity for me to go on a ghost hunt with Zach Baggins, the Lex Luthor of my universe, I would go. I would totally go because I want to see what's going on behind the scenes. And I would film everything that's going on so I can show you guys what's going on behind the scenes. And you'll get a better perspective of what they're doing. If they are faking stuff, then yeah, you can look. And I watched Seg's videos and I thought he asked a lot of questions. I thought he stuck to his guns. And that's what I would do. I would keep asking questions. I do think that the two guys were probably doing something shady. But overall, you have to remember ghost hunts are not controlled environments. And to do any kind of experiments, when you have any kind of equipment out, you have to have controls in place to monitor all the equipment and what's going on. And there were numerous occasions where none of that was done. So I don't consider that any kind of investigation. I consider that a ghost hunt. It was for entertainment. That's it. But I'm glad Seg went along because he got a behind the scenes kind of look and related to the people on a more personal level. With that said, I didn't watch much of Beardo's video because honestly, because he had the what's that guy's name? The young kid that was Ben, right? When he did so much faking stuff. As soon as the video opened with that, I was turned off. I didn't want to watch it because I don't like Ben. Because if you're a faker, and we've known, I've debunked a bunch of his videos, and seeing him on there trying to pretend like he's now an investigator or debunker, fuck him. I don't like him. But Beardo is allowed to have his opinion. And he's allowed to, and I don't think they were actually going at it. Like, I don't think Beardo was personally attacking Seg. I don't think so. I think he was just voicing his own opinion about it. And he has his own rules, which is cool. I have my own rules. And I think I said it like 2 weeks ago where somebody asked me if I would do this kind of thing, go out with somebody. And if I haven't been able to show that they faked anything, yeah, I would go. Even if I did show that they faked something, I might go, because what better way to catch them faking than to be there? Like, be there on scene, have a camera set up, especially ones that they don't know about. And then you catch shit. And then you're like, look, I have solid proof. I would do that. Oh, I tell you. Commonwealth. Yeah, we talked the other night. Yeah. Let me know if you're doing anything, because I think we talked about doing like me tagging along with you, and if that's possible, I'm totally down for it. I am in Buffalo, so depending on how far it is, I'd be happy to come along. But yeah, I mean, I don't have any like problem with either one of them. I'm friends with both of them. You can have your own rules, and I understand that. Like, Beardo will not collab with certain people. Okay, that's his rules. That's what he lives by. So let it be. The drama that's around it, like people taking sides. I don't like when followers. How do I put this? I don't like when followers become foot soldiers and immediately attack someone else because someone they look up to or follow is in a disagreement or argument with somebody else. I don't agree with that. Like, everyone that watches this, I love that you guys follow me. I love that you guys follow my work. I don't expect you to agree with everything that I do or say. And if you have an issue with something that I do or say, then I hope that you bring it up to me. I'm not going to berate you for doing that. I'm not going to send you over to somebody's channel to yell at them. And I don't think either of them did. I want to make that clear. I don't think either of them did that. I think the followers did that or took that upon themselves. And I don't agree with that. That's just not, if that specific situation, the only two people that should be involved in that argument or discussion, let me put it that way, would be Beardo and Seg. No one else has any right to be in that discussion between them, because that was between them. You can give your opinion on the situation, but as it comes to like personal interaction, like, that's between them. They're grown men. Let them. And they did. They talked in private, and they worked out their differences and stuff, and they're cool, as far as I know. So, yeah, people will be people. I get it. This Beardo and Seg non-drama fueled by the comment section has put me off paranormal completely. It's a shame. Like, a lot of the stuff, that's why I usually stay out of it. If I'm asked, I will give my opinion on it as briefly as possible. As briefly as I can, because I talk a lot. But yeah, I mean, I get it. It's drama, but don't let it put you off to something that you love. You know, if drama in one area gets too high, walk away from it. Go somewhere else. Look somewhere else for a little bit. You know, come back to it. I don't watch a lot of the videos. Like several people did reaction videos to this situation, and I haven't watched any of them, and I have no intention of watching any of them because, again, like I got no fucks to give. I don't care. It's not my business. You know, it's their business. If one of them comes to me and asks me for an opinion, I'll give it to them. But otherwise, it's not my business. I stay out of it. You know, I think that's one of the problems with social media. Everyone thinks everyone's business is their business. It's not. Stay the fuck out of it unless you're asked. I think that's pretty simple. That's all I got to say. Moving on. John without an H has questions. I really think you should change the title to John without an H has questions, because I think that's a much better title. We need a drama video about Kenny and Bob. We need to understand why the rift occurred to damn it Bob so much. What rift? Shut. You're close. John without an H. You're like this close. Bickered. Storm, how do you and the people you work with come up with new ideas on what to work on with the paranormal? Oh, that's easy. The news gives us that. No, there is a plethora of topics to work on. I have an ever growing list or changing list over here that I've shown several times, the whiteboard, and new ideas. So the new stuff usually comes via social media or the news, especially when the news covers it. I usually look at it. If there's new movies coming out based on a true story, you know, that kind of tagline, then it's something to look into. If somebody calls on the phone, like I do get literal calls to my office. I get emails from people. I get people messaging me, asking me to test certain things. I just got what did I get? I got a message from a friend of mine who has a guy that wants to be tested because he apparently has the ability, get this, to make people have a rash from a distance. Like he can talk to them over the phone or via like Zoom or something and cause them to have an allergic reaction or a rash. That's it. Like that's his superpower. And my buddy reached out. He's like, do you have any like interest in testing it? I was like, well, here's the link to the CFIIG challenge, but yeah, I kind of want to. Like, I want to be on the phone with this guy and say, all right, you know, like my arm is outstretched. Give me a rash. Like, what do you, I want to do that. I want to do that. I think it will be a waste of time, but not really, because I enjoy that kind of thing. Like, all right, here it is. You know, like my arm's outstretched. It's on the desk. I'm not moving it. Go ahead, give me a rash. You know, we'll see how it goes. That's called hives by stress. He just, I mean, I don't get. I already have my own allergic reactions to certain things, but knowing in advance when this will happen, not a problem. Won't be a problem at all. But I'm curious. I'm more interested in these kind of things when somebody says that they have some kind of weird superpower, I'm interested in the aftermath, because as far as I've been, as long as I've been testing this kind of stuff, no one has ever passed a very simple preliminary test. So talking to them afterwards and saying, hey, like, what do you think happened? And nothing happened. It's interesting to hear their story, or the justification, or in many cases the excuses of why something didn't happen. And I mean, I don't mock them, I don't make fun of them. I talk to them, I ask questions, I try to figure out, I get to the root of the belief, the core of the belief, to understand where it came from, and that I try to offer alternative explanations based in more in logic than supernatural. So it's always interesting. That really, that is the most interesting part of testing, to me. So good question, though. Good question. All right. Is there a website to buy one of your bookmarks? King in Yellow. That's a new name, I think. So there is not. I don't have anything up yet. I have. You talking about these? Yeah, I just happen to have some right here. But no, I don't. I don't actually sell them online because I just never got into it. I sell them when I go to events. I sell them, but if you, I don't know, send me. Let me put this up. Send me an email, and we will work something out. That's my email. Send me an email and just tell me that you asked about this, and that your screen name is the, I forget, Yellow. I'm sorry. Yeah. Send me that, and then I will. We'll talk. We'll talk more about it. All right. But yeah, I don't sell them. I have a whole bunch. Donna, actually, we cleared out the store where we get them. I bought them all. Like, she bought them all from different stores. So I probably have like 500, 500, 600. Speaking of bookmarks, have you sent mine yet? I did. I did. I sent everything out. So if you haven't gotten it yet, it might be stuck in customs. Maybe. I can check this week. Let me check this week, because if you haven't gotten it, then it might be stuck in customs. And if that's the case, then I'll just send another one out. And we'll see. We'll just keep it. We'll just send a whole bunch out. Like, one day you're just going to open the door and get like 100 packages. Because we'll just overwhelm the postal service. Because that's happened already, where it's been held up in customs and it's been sent back. And because something happened on their end, and they sent it back, and it was like, the fuck? Now I got to repackage it and send it out. And there's no reason. Like, there's no reason given. So we don't know why it didn't make it through, or why it was sent back. And we just kind of got to hope that it makes it through the next time. So I will check on that, and make sure. And I will get it to you, because I want that. I like when people get this stuff, because I think it's cool. I think it's so cool. I love these things. These are so cool. All right. Moving on. Cat Mac. It's date night. The Wheel of Awesome is out. Does that mean you are spinning the wheel tonight? Or is it just for... You know what? I totally forgot it was back there. I totally forgot it was back there, because like the open mic night thing has let me lift that up a little bit. There you go. Oh, that's good. Now you only see the top of me. All right. Let's spin it. Let's do something here. Let me open the giveaway tool, because I haven't done that in a while. Where'd everything go? Uh-oh, I lost. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. That was weird. I opened one tool, and it kind of hid my whole studio. And I was like, oh shit, I am fucked. I can't see anything. All right. So let me see. 3TS, choose a live stream tonight. Let's say, let's do. Oh, all right. You know what? We're going with that. Put hashtag GERD, GERD, in the chat, and I will let it go for a few, like a minute or so. Let's see. It's in there. GERD, hashtag GERD. Blast rights. You got to correct it. You put ration. Put it in there. We'll collect it and we'll spin the wheel and see who wins. And hopefully we got some cool things. Let's see. We got books, mystery prize, stickers, skeptical help bar, bookmarker, co-host, which is a very coveted position. Bottle opener, poker chip, mystery prize again, a magazine, and then we have those smaller ones. We have a homeopathic rum, which nobody has won yet. You pick. We have a demon away spray, which I made 2 of. I gotta find them. What else? Skeptical help bar, Ouija on the go kit. We have an autographed photo, which I'm still embarrassed about putting up there. And then a skeptical help. Oh, another Ouija on the go. Donna's getting like 2 slots there. Make sure it's a lowercase, because I don't know if it's upper and lowercase sensitive. So make sure it's lowercase GERD. And once we do that, I will. We're almost at the break, too. Tim, how you doing in the background? Are you good for another half hour or so? If we go over, probably will be, because he always is. He likes doing this stuff. All right. Let's see. I am good to go. That's good to hear. All right. I think we're good. We're at 19 entries. Let me share the screen. And then how do I do? Oh, there it is. They changed it up a little bit. So I'm like, where is everything? Window, GERD, going to get that co-host spot. You think? You think, Malachi? You think you're going to get it? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, we're doing it. You really only have to put it in once because it doesn't count multiple entries. Teague Murphy. That's a new one. That's a name I'm not familiar with. So congratulations. Am I saying that right? Teague Murphy. All right. So we are going to spin the wheel for you. Let me write this down. Make sure I get that right. I don't want to mess up because Donna usually writes this down. And I think last time it was because Pinky, you won. I remembered just because I knew your name. So, all right, winner, wheel spin. All right, so let's spin that wheel. Woohoo! All right, let me stop sharing so you can watch. Here we go. I'm so excited for this. All right, we're starting to slow down. We're getting there. If you get Zach Baggins, you don't win anything. Just giving you a heads up. We're going. Oh, skeptical help bookmarker. You get a bookmarker. All right. So, Teague Murphy, what you're going to do? This is your first time watching? Oh, shit. So what you're going to do is the email that you see scrolling below right there. Please send me an email with your name and address, mailing address that I can send that to you, and you will get a bookmarker. I do have, yes. Let me see. These are the ones that I have right now. Right there. So basically all the same thing, but it says never stop learning, Vaccinate ignorance, never stop learning with the skeptical health bar. So you can have a black triangle top, a black flat top, or this one's, I don't know what this is. It's like a baby blue or a red one. So let me know which one that you like, and I will send that out to you as quickly as next week comes along and I put it in the mail slot. Oh, wait, is it your birthday coming up? Teague Murphy? That's awesome. Well, happy birthday. Appreciate that. I'm glad. All right, let me put this down just a little bit. It feels weird being so far up. There you go. I feel more comfortable. I'm like in the scene better. All right. That's awesome. I'm glad. Winner of Skeptical Health Bar book marker. All right. You're down. You're good to go. On the 26th. All right. You got a little bit of time. So what do you like? 16, 17, something like that? I'm not going to ask. You don't have to tell me your age. I'm not going to ask that. Play the lottery tonight. I am getting pretty happy. That's right, Tim Binga. I am pretty happy. You know what's nice? You know, it's going to sound mean. Because usually when I'm in here with Donna and she's off to the side, she doesn't like loud noises. So it's cool. We don't play the music real loud. But since I'm the only one in this building currently, when we went to commercial, I had the volume up to 11. It was great. I had to pee. And then when I came back out in the lobby, I was dancing. I was like, yeah, I'm a skeptic through and through. Love it. Let's see. My birthday is Monday. Oh, happy birthday, Jade. Jade Kitten's birthday is Monday. Oh, you'll be 54. Oh, yeah, that's young. You're young. How old am I? Oh, shit. How old am I? I forget. Like, I stopped counting. 72, 4, I'm 53. Am I 53? Yeah, I'm 53. Okay. Yeah, you're young. Because I consider myself young. You are 65. I am not. I'm 53 physically, but mentally, I'm still 12. Because I like to play. I like to play with toys and video games and have fun. Yeah, I'm 53. Yeah. Ugh. I'll be 45. Oh, don't worry about it. Life is fun. Just live it. Don't believe it. Any age is not scientifically proven. That's the weird thing. Like I've been told that oh, okay. All right. Tim's giving me a secret behind the scenes messages here about cutoffs. No more questions for Tim. So yeah, like when I have the beard and stuff, then I definitely look older. But when I shave like this, I don't get carded, but people say I look young. I don't think I do. I think I look old. All the wrinkles, but it's just a chubby face. Chubby cheeks. Ow. That hurt. All right. Anyway, next question. Let's see what else we got. Let's get through these. Let's get one more question and then we will go to break and we'll play Tim's song. What is your perspective on quantum mechanics and its implications on practical physics? I'm going to pass. I do not know the answer to this question. I am not a physicist. I tried taking a physics class. I didn't even get through the preliminary mathematics class. That was a prerequisite for the physics class. So I'm not qualified to do this, Mike O. And I think maybe you're just asking me this question because you know I didn't know the answer, which is okay because that's funny. I love Laura B's like, I'm a physicist, but I don't know how I would answer that. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. So with that, we're gonna go. Yeah, we did. We failed with style. That's how I see it. We failed with style and with purpose, and we proudly walked out of that class. All right, with that, we're gonna play Tim Vicker's song, and we're gonna take a quick break. Hopefully, you guys can stick around for a little bit more. If we have, I know we have some questions, so we will get to them. And so, with that, we will be back in 2 minutes and 4 seconds from now.
Away. He's a tortured soul with a single goal to keep the jack trolls at bay. Let's the show go into hour 3 or 4, but if you really will show you the door. You've been figured out. You've been figured out. You've been figured out. You've been figured. In love, physics, history, animals and a good mystery. Misconceptions he loves to slay. He's an easygoing chap, comfortable in a tiara or a cat. Cat skeptical talks all day. Let the show go into hour 3 or 4, but if you really will show you the door. You've been figured out. You've been figured so long. You've been figured out. You've been figured. But if you really will show you the door. You've been figured out. You've been figured out. You've been figured out. You've been figured.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. I dreamt this hit number 3 in the charts on the radio. It's awesome. So I had this set up. So, like for Tim in my phone, this song is set up for his notification song. And like I have Donna's song in there for her. And then my ringtone and my alarm is my song, my first break song. Because I love these songs. They're so awesome. That's like some of the best compliments, you know, like that someone would take the time. And I'm not trying to demean or make any less anything else anyone has done, but like when someone takes the time to actually write out a song for you, or like a piece of art, like Michael Burkeen did a piece of art for me, made me a letter or opener. Like I cherish these things. I want you guys to know, like if you guys send me something, even if it's a postcard, which by the way, I need mail because I haven't gotten any mail for a while. So I need mail. That was aside. But like when you guys send me stuff, it's so awesome. I can't tell you, I can't express how much I appreciate that because it's just freaking awesome. But if you do want to send me mail, there's the address right down there. Oh man, I sing the songs all the time. Like I'm constantly. It's my the I Am a Skeptic is my alarm too. I was singing the song and my hubby was giving me the best excitement. Every morning, every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. the I Am a Skeptic song starts on my phone. So my wife has gotten used to it. Like she doesn't like it. And not that she doesn't like the song. She does like the song. But she doesn't like she's like 7:30 in the morning and all I hear is Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. And I'm just laying there going, it's so awesome. That's me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Postage rates to increase. So send mail to Kenny. Yeah, send it now. Oh, I like that. Another package coming soonish. Keep space on yours. Oh, I like that. I like that little clue, and it's like it gets me excited. Like, ooh, what's coming? I need more bookshelves. That's what I'm going to be looking for this weekend. I'm going to be on a marketplace looking for like IKEA bookshelves, something because I think I have room for 2 more full-sized bookshelves, like 6 foot. Is it 6 foot? 6 or 7 foot bookshelves, which I need to put up because I need more display space. And then I actually need to clean up some stuff in the basement and move stuff up to the attic. Therefore, I can. Well, Donna's not here, so I can push back the shelves that I have because I've actually lined up shelves to make a room. I made a wall of shelves so it like walls off part of the basement, and a tesseract. Wow, I would love a tesseract. So my plan is to put stuff up into the attic that open up space behind my wall of rooms. Shut up, Tim Binga. So I can push back the shelves and make room for like 1 or 2 more. So that's my plan. But yeah, I am slowly taking over CFI here. So I think I have right now, I have 1, 2. I have a second office. I have cabinets in another office. I have a full office down the other end where I've been storing things. And then I have something somewhere else that nobody else knows about because I'm not saying where it is. But yeah, I slowly take over. If there's an empty space or an office not being used, I claim it. All right, let's get through some of these last questions here. What power of Superman would you like to have the most? Oh, that's an interesting one. That's really interesting because I think most people would say flight, but there's always a problem. Now, this is where my skeptical mind takes over. There's always a problem. You can't just say flight because you can't go too fast because if you get too fast, the friction will rip off your face. And you really can't have that. So I don't know. And strength, it's kind of hard to say. Like, I think I would like the invulnerability. I think that's what I would pick. Although I'd love to be able to soar through the clouds and stuff like that. I mean, I think that's a dream of many kids, I think, to actually fly. I think I would like to have the vulnerability because I think I might be able to help people better. I don't know. Because strength is really good. I mean, that's something you would want. If it's only one power, that's so hard. So hard. I don't know. I think invulnerability. I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I don't know why, but I'm going to go with that. So there. Yeah, all these problems. Like if you pick strength, then you have to learn how to do everything again. Because if you're like super strong like Superman, then you have a problem of like overdoing it. You know, you go to shake someone's hand and you like crush every bone in their hand. You don't want to do that, at least not to everyone. But yeah, who's saying what? Let's see. But that's right. Remember when Superman could point and we Superman would come out as what? What? We Superman would come out of his finger. I don't remember that. Is that a thing? Same strength means your bones will break. Yeah, that's another problem. Like, damn, I want to know what Kenny's kryptonite would be. Well, so many. I don't know. What, like, currently, what would be my kryptonite? Rum. Probably rum. Yeah. You'd be like, hey, you're saving the world. Look, I got a bottle of rum here that's it's new, it's tasty. I'd be like, oh, really? Yeah, hold on. World can wait. It'll be okay. Let me try this. Kraken. Exactly. Oh, man. Are you a Superman can jump really high or Superman can fly kind of guy? So we actually talked about this. I was talking to my wife about it, and because we were watching a video, and it was showing the old was it the Schussler cartoons? Really good cartoons from like the 60s, I think. And it showed him leaping over a tall building, and that's the evolution of Superman when he first was created by Jerry Schussler and Joe Siegel. And he was not able to fly. He could only, that's where the catchphrase comes from, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound, because he could not fly. He could only jump really high, and he could leap over buildings if he had to. So the flight thing came as time progressed, and a lot of his powers developed that way. They evolved over time, what he could do, how strong he was, which is one of the things I like about the new movie, is because it humanizes him a little bit more. Because if you have a comic book powerful Superman, then there's not much that can really take him. I mean, even in the 78 Christopher Reeve movie, it was kind of silly, some of the things they were doing, but there really wasn't a good bad guy to him. Superman 2 gave him Zod and Ursula, and what's the other guy? Lurch. Not Lurch. But it gave him something to fight. It was an equal to him. So that's really good. And it's very difficult to give a equal opponent or a bad guy that would be able to put up and step toe to toe with Superman. So it's nice to show him being human. One Punch Man makes fun of overpowered trope. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, we talked about that and the development of his powers, and just showing her some of the cartoon clips, and showing like he didn't actually fly, he just leaped. And it's funny like now looking back, but it's pretty cool. Good question. What else you got, Tim? Janet Holland. Since I'm at Cedar Point, what is your favorite type of ride? Oh, you're at Cedar Point? I was at Cedar Point Park probably, oh my God, 15 years ago, something like that. We went on, I hate roller coasters. I absolutely despise and dread anything to do with roller coasters. I do not like them. But my wife is a super fan of roller coasters, and Cedar Point Park was supposed to be like, hey, this is the place. It has so many roller coasters. It's got like the highest roller coaster, I think, maybe at the time. I don't know. So I agreed. I don't know why. I had to be drunk. But I agreed to go on all the roller coasters with her. So we started with a wooden roller coaster, which was probably the dumbest thing I did, because I absolutely hated that. I was like, holy shit, this is like, this is going to dislocate something riding this. But I went through and I did everything, and we went on the biggest one. And because it's like on the lake, or it's out, I think it's out on a island, right? Let me look it up real quick just to make sure, because I think Point Park. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Christopher Reeve, not Reed. Christopher Reeve. So yeah, it's on an island. It's on a. let me show you. If you don't know what we're talking about, so that's what we're talking about right here, Cedar Point Park. It's out on, right? That's right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Thunder Canyon, all that stuff. So that's what you're looking at here. It's out on this lake, and we went on the largest. It's okay, Truth Hunter World. Like I'm an asshole when it comes to Superman. I just he's my favorite hero, and I'm always like, nope, it's this. So don't pay attention to me. But we went on this roller coaster that was supposed to be the biggest and tallest or whatever, and we got at the first hill, came up. You know, you're doing that all the way to the top. I get at the top where I'm literally on the peak, and it stops. I'm like, okay, is this supposed to happen? And I'm looking out into like darkness because it's nighttime now. We got there. It was during the summer. I'm in shorts and a tank top, and it's freezing. And now I'm cold. We spent maybe a half hour on there because it was busted. And they finally got it working. After a half hour, they finally got it working. And then we went down the big hill and all the stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I am a complete wuss when it comes to roller coasters. I do not like them. And but I did it for her because I knew she wanted to go on it. So that's Steel Vengeance. Is that the one I went on to? That might have been it. That might have been the one that I went on to. I don't know. But I told her never again. I'm done. I'm not a big ride person. I don't really like rides. I like the this is gonna sound weird. I like the dark rides and stuff like Disney and stuff like that. I like going through and getting the story and watching a story play out, or even like the Buzz Lightyear where you get to play a game during the ride. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like things that bang you around. I have enough back issues to last me the rest of my life, so I don't need any more additional causes to give me more pain to deal with that. So I don't do it. But good question. Disney Haunted Mansion. I love Disney Haunted Mansion, and I actually have a connection. I built a project this week that YouTube members know about. Any members of the channel, you guys know because I did a couple videos on it. That's all I'll say. You want to know more? Become a member. All right, next question. What do you think about Tesla and ball lightning? Do you know any good books about Tesla and his work with ball lightning? So, as far as I know, ball lightning is a concept. I believe that in the academic circles, it's believed to be something real, but there has never been a recorded instance of it. So if you've seen videos of it, if you've seen pictures of it, it is likely not ball lightning. It is something other than that. It is either a transformer blowing or it is a really good CGI. There was one video that had an alleged ball lightning going across railroad tracks, and that was completely fabricated. The creator of that did it as a project, and he came out. He actually posted it on his own channel saying that he created this with visual effects and stuff like that. But unfortunately, it was shared by other people and presented as something that's real. So as far as I know, there is no visual record of ball lightning. So understand that this is not something that we can use. And I'm not saying that you're saying this, but I guess I'm putting this disclaimer out that it's not something that we can use as an explanation for any kind of paranormal event or something like that, because there is just no known examples of it. Although let me look it up. Didn't our friend look and work on something about ball lightning being near plate tectonics? I don't know. Let me look it up real quick. Because I looked this up. So the great and powerful Google, so take that, says that yes, ball lightning is generally considered real, though rare and not fully understood natural phenomena. While there's no complete scientific consensus on its cause, many scientists believe it's a genuine atmospheric phenomenon, distinct from other lightning and related to phenomenon like St. Elmo's fire. Reports of ball lightning are widespread, and some scientific studies have even captured it on camera, leading to credibility to phenomenon. But I don't see, where is that? Oh, that's linked in Wikipedia. Ugh. Scientific America only says it sees stories. BBC is stories. So there is no, as far as I know, oh, and the first video that comes up is the railroad track video that I mentioned, which is it's not ball lightning at all. That's funny. That's this shows. I want to show you what I'm looking at here, because this is a good example of why you have to fact check everything. So this gives you the AI overview. That's what I just read to you up here. And then it gives you some more information. And then it says, you can watch this video to learn more about ball lightning. And it gives the fake video as the thumbnail. I don't know if this actually goes into this particular video or if it gives anything, but just the fact that it gives the thumbnail of that. Ugh. Vickers, I call ball lightning. It's the next 3TS topic. I think that would be a good topic to explore. I really do. I think that'd be interesting. John Michael says that he thinks he has seen ball lightning once. So I've read a lot about it. But in 2014, while they didn't visually capture ball lightning on film, a Chinese university apparently recorded an emission spectrum for ball lightning. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept, and I would like to see it, but I think it's such a rare phenomenon that you're not going to catch it on film. And if you do, it's likely going to be a surveillance camera or like a Ring doorbell or something like that that's going to capture it, because it's something that's so rare and unpredictable that you have to have a camera going 24/7 in order to capture some kind of thing, some kind of image of it. So yeah, it's interesting concept. I've heard it for years, and like for a time there was the idea that no, it's not real, that it's just something that made up, and then gradually it shifted to the other side where it's like, all right, this might be something real, but we still don't understand what's going on. So that's as far as I know, that's where science is right now. They don't know what's going on. Good question, though. That was good. Oh, boy. I challenge you to a ladders match, as I have a spare set of ladders in my tights. So Crystal's balls. I don't know what this means at all. What do you mean ladders match? What? Let me look that up, because I don't know what that is. Like, I know what shoots and ladders are. Love that game. I'm a fucking badass with shoots and ladders. But I don't know what this is. Ladders challenge. What is that? Let's see. In a ladder competition, players are listed as if on rungs of ladder. Yeah, can you explain what this is? I don't know what this means. I see Darwin's Raven says a WWE match. Is that what that is? Like a wrestling match? I don't follow wrestling at all. Ladders and tights is a run in your stockings here. Really? That's what it means? Oh, I'm learning all kinds of weird shit tonight. Hang a belt in the air. Two people fight to climb a ladder. Hang a belt. Like, is it a gold belt? Why do you want the belt? Like, if I'm standing there and somebody's like, yeah, you're gonna fight this other person to get up the ladder to reach the belt, I'll be like, why? I don't need a belt. I got a belt. Kmart, $2.99. Anybody get that reference? It's a WWE reference. Okay. Let me ladder challenge WWE. Let's see if that comes up. Oh, okay. So this says in WWE, a ladder challenge typically refers to a money in the bank ladder match or a similar match where the objective is to climb a ladder and retrieve an object suspended above the ring. The money in the bank briefcase containing a contract for a championship match is the most common prize. These matches are known for their high risk, high reward nature, often involving dramatic climbs and falls, because of course they do. So you want to challenge me to a ladder match? I'll let you win. I'm not doing that. I'm going to look at that and go, that hurts just looking at it. It really just hurts looking at a ladder and knowing that I have to go up it, let alone having to fight someone else to get up that ladder. Fuck that. Goes, I refer you to my box of fucks. Nope, not going to happen. But I appreciate the challenge. I think Darwin's Raven. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Never mind. Wait. All right. I want to build a biofuel cell from. Tim, you knew I was going to get this wrong. I'm not even going to try that. From this big word, and my college professors told me my questions were above their pay grade. Interesting. And I know Tim Bicker's in the background going, oh, he can't pronounce this. I'm going to put this up on screen and make him read it. So, fuck you, Tim. I only have two gear. I don't have any tights. I just wear my underwear. That's a nice thing. Like now, here's some TMI. So I get up in the morning. Usually if I let the dog out, I can go out on my back porch, and the yard is nice and big and it's enclosed and there's shrubbery all around. So I can walk out in my underwear. Oh, that's so nice and free. I love it. Yeah, it's nice. All right. Next question. That freaking word. Cree Storm. Kenny, when they tell Elton and Matt, tell us what place they bought, would you consider going and doing your kind of investigation? Yes, absolutely. I don't. So, yeah, I think even if it's known fakers, if I have an opportunity to go, I guess it depends on the overall situation. So if they're going to a location that I've never been to, that intrigued me. All right. Just the location alone, being able to explore it, to see it in person is great. I like that. If I know that they're fakers, I want to go and see if I can, to observe them, see if I can catch it. Because obviously that would be one of my agendas is, like, I know that they fake stuff in the past, given my own investigations. I'm not going to base that on somebody else's investigation. It's on my own. But so if I made that determination, I would go just to see if I can catch them. If I haven't made that determination, I'm going to go to observe them behind the scenes and film everything. Like constantly, I would film 24/7. But yeah, to be able to give a first-person account, I always think that's better. Because say they buy a location, we're going to call it Building X. Okay, I've never been to Building X. I don't know the layout. I don't know the stories. I can look the stories up. I can try to research it, and sometimes that's what my investigations are, like just verifying historical claims and the validity of what the claims are. And if I can find documentation that says otherwise or doesn't say anything that they're promoting, that's usually an issue. But if I can go there or if I haven't been there, let me start there. If I haven't been there and I comment, so I'm commenting on just what I'm seeing. And sometimes you don't have to be on location to explain an experience. I want to make that clear. Sometimes you have to be, other times you don't have to be. If it has to do with photography and video editing, sometimes the clues that you get from the footage itself can tell someone that's experienced in that field what's going on. So you don't need to be there. Other times you do. And if I have the opportunity to go there and actually see the location and record the location, document the location, and see the behind the scenes things that are going on, yeah, I'm going to go. So if that happens, if they reveal where, I mean, I'm sure they're going to, because that's going to be big PR for them. And if they're willing to allow me to go in and investigate the way I do, then yeah, I'll do it. I'm not going to restrict it. Again, like, I know this stems from like the Beardo and Seg thing, and I agree with Beardo that if he has looked into something or someone and determined that they fake, like knowingly fake stuff, then I understand his position of not wanting to collaborate or accept any invitation from them. I get it. I respect his decision. That's his decision. That's what he wants to do. But for me, I'm looking at an opportunity to see what's going on behind the scenes. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm totally game for it. I wish Zach would reach out. I so wish Zach would reach out and say, yeah, come on out and prove this wrong. I'm like, yeah, all right, motherfucker. Aneurysm says, Kenny, what are your thoughts on the Mandela effect? I think people misremember a lot of things. I really do. It's the idea that there is branch dimensions where, you know, like the Bernstein Bears and the Berenstein Bears, like that's the big example. Or I mean, actually Mandela himself. But the Berenstein Bears is the big, most common example. People remembering it being spelled one way and seeing that it's spelled a different way than what they remember. We remember stuff different. I know you guys have heard me say certain things with my Philly accent. So when I say water, you know, I don't say water unless I'm really trying. I say water. That's what I grew up saying. So to me, that pronunciation sounds right. And when I hear people say water, I actually don't correct them or think that it's weird because I'm used to other people saying it differently. What else do we say? Library. Like I try to consciously say library to get that extra R in there, but for me, the normal pronunciation is library. And that's what I grew up with. So I can understand people growing up saying like Bernstein or Berenstein, like one way or the other, and then seeing it spelled differently. And when you see it spelled differently years later, you might pronounce it differently. Or if somebody else pronounces it differently, and then you realize that it's spelled the way they pronounced it, you might think something's weird. But no, I don't think there's any kind of dimensional shifts. I don't think there's pocket dimensions. I don't think there's, you know, like some people have crossed over into a different timeline and remember things differently. No, I think this is a conspiracy theory in order to justify people's memories that are just mistaken. So there you go. That was good. I say brewery. Brewery? Brewery. I say brewery. Am I saying it wrong? What's the fuck, Tim? Brewery. Brewery. I can't. Oh, you can't say brewery. Donna says brewery. Like, I'm probably saying it wrong anyway because I'm feeling pretty good. She says brewery, and then she tries to say it. She tries to like sound it out like brew, and we sit there and go brewery. It's funny. Like I know I say things differently, but you know I embrace it. It's my Philly, yo. Let me see. I say pub. Yeah, like I say bar. I have come in. I've had shit. I can't even talk anymore. I have started saying pub more, and I think that's because so much of my audience is over the pond, from across the pond, and I hear pub a lot. So I've adopted that for my own, and I start using the term pub instead of bar, or I say tavern. The Blue Bowl, that I go to all the time, that is a, what does that say? How are they? Blue Bull Tavern. So it's called Blue Bull Tavern, but I usually say the pub now because of my UK friends. All right. All right. What else we got? We're almost there. We're almost done. Don't you find it annoying that the top result of Google is now the AI overview? Not really. I mean, because I see the overview and then I continue to read. I will go through the details because I realize that it's not always right. And the main thing that I do is look at the links because you have that little link symbol, and if you click on it, it gives you the links that it's drawing from on the side, and I look at those. And sometimes when it comes over to like it says Reddit, I'm like, no, I'm not taking that as a reference. I'm not citing that source. I need to go somewhere else. So I'll make sure it goes to some kind of scientific, either scientific paper or organization or website that gives me the science behind it, not a Reddit forum or a Wikipedia article. Like Wikipedia, I use for a starting point because they have a lot of references. So sometimes I'll go there and see like what they're referencing and go to the source material and get the information myself. So it doesn't annoy me. I take it as just like I take Wikipedia, just like I take a lot of anecdotal evidence, or anecdotal stories. I take it as a starting point and I work from there. So it's not so bad. It gives me a place to start. It does lead me down dead ends sometimes, which, granted, yeah, I will agree that can be annoying, but it does give me a place to start. So that's usually good. Good question. Are we good? Are we almost there? One more question? Yes. If I submitted my homework presented badly last week, it was not badly. You presented it very well. As an article to Skeptical Inquirer, would that be stepping on my toes? No, not at all. Kat, do it. You did the work. So last week on the show, Kat came on and she talked about some homework that I didn't really give it to you. You wanted to do it, and I was like, yeah, go for it. So it's all you. It's not stepping on my toes. It's not something that I was going to look into. I have enough on my plate, honestly. So please write it up and submit it. Please do so. You can give me credit. No, I'm kidding. Don't, because it's not, you looked everything up. You did the work. So absolutely go do it and enjoy it. That's a good piece. You did a lot of work on that. So I hope that I encourage you to write that article up and submit it because I think it deserves to be read. So there you go. Send me mail. I want mail. Postcards, letters, packages, cash. Rum, but don't tell anyone that you're sending rum through the mail. All right. I think that's it. We're good with questions. We're good. Woohoo! We made it through. All right. Let me see. Let me make some announcements. Did I change that one up? Let me see. Did I change that? I think I did. We have damn it, Bob's announcements. I changed it because I put the thing for the text over there. It's not big enough. Why is it not big enough? Did I mess that up? Oh no, it's still the same size. Okay. It looks like it's going a little bit above it. All right, so let me see here. So I have some announcements. Bum, 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 bum. I have to get to the calendar. Let's see. Today's the 18th. Yes. So nothing this month. Next month, August 22nd, for the Skeptical Help Bar, we're going to have Megan and Paige on from the podcast Spooky Science Sisters, because they did a awesome book called Spooky Science, and it was just released a few weeks ago. They're going to come on. They're going to talk about their book. They're going to talk about their podcast. They're very fun people, very giggly, and I'm looking forward to it. We've had them on the show before. I've been on their podcast, I think twice, and they're just fun and a joy to actually hang out with. No obscure reference, man. I will not be talking about my jealousy of Indiana Jones. Whatever. He does have. He was cool. I mean, I enjoyed the movies. He's not an archaeologist. That's all. That's all. Seg's wrong. Who wouldn't want to be an Indiana Jones? I mean, yeah, he got well, I mean, he screwed up a lot. Let's see. September 24th, I have a webinar with the Rocky Mountain Atheists. And I just went back and forth with them, scheduling everything and nailing down the presentation I'm going to be doing. And it's going to be on strategies for investigating mysteries. And it's going to be a little extended because they give me they said I can talk for an hour, which is great because usually it's a half-hour talk, so I'm going to add more to it. So I'm looking forward to that. And then let me see here. Oh, got to go back. And in October, I have two events coming up. October 10th, I will be in Indiana, Pennsylvania at the Indiana, Pennsylvania Historical Society doing a presentation on ghost hunting gadgets and the flaws behind them. So that's going to be a fun night. I'm excited about that. I went to that thing. They had what's called a salon last year, and it was a workshop kind of thing, which was very entertaining. I really enjoyed it. And then October 18th, I will be back in West Virginia for the West Virginia Skeptic Society Skeptic Camp. And I'll be one of, I think, 7 speakers that are talking that day and presenting. And it's going to be a lot of fun. There's like a raffle going on. There's like 2 raffles going on. I'm going to bring stuff for the raffles. We're going to have lunch. We're going to have a bunch of speakers. It's going to be a great time. So if you're in the area, and I think what is it, Kit Ford? You're in the area, or is Daniel Reed still here? I forget where in West Virginia. West by Odin, Virginia. I forget exactly where in West Virginia, but I definitely would look it up. Look up West Virginia Skeptic Society, and you can get all the details there. Harrison County. Thank you, Kit. So I think it's really going to be fun. Tim Vickers will be there. He's going to be presenting. You'll be able to see what he looks like, but meet him in person. Daniel Reed will be there. I'll be there. Susan Gerbic will be there, and various other people will be there and presenting. So I'm looking forward. And of course, Daniel Reed, he's the motivation behind this event. So I'm looking forward to it. And I think that's it. I think that's all the events that I have scheduled this week. I want to say too, because this came up in conversation earlier in the show and then earlier on like different shows earlier this week, that if you are part of a ghost hunting team or a paranormal team or whatever kind of team and you're investigating an area, and you would like to have a skeptic along. If it's close enough, I don't mind traveling like 3 or 4 hours by car. But if it's close enough to the Buffalo area, let me know. And I'm happy to come out and observe or give advice or bounce things off, as long as you let me investigate alongside you. I would love to do that. I like the interaction, the collaborations sometimes, and we'll see what happens. So with that, I'm gonna wrap this up because it was a good show. Almost 3 hours. I'll be presenting. Oh, John without an H. I'm sorry. Yes, John without an H will be presenting as well. So lots of people there. I mean, this is definitely going to be a cool event. I'm going to have lots of fun because lots of people that I know and I respect. And John without an H is a really nice guy and very knowledgeable in the subject matter that he speaks on. So there you go, John. That's the compliment you asked for. I'm going back to gaming. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home and I'm going to get on and play some Fallout or drink. Well, I'm probably going to do both. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. It was good to see everyone. Good questions. Good discussion. I really enjoyed it. And with that, I think we're done. Let me make sure. Oh, Crown Royal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's it. Everyone take care. Have a great weekend, morning, noon, night, wherever you are. Be safe. And remember, never stop learning. And I'll see you next time.
Hey, diddle diddle, here's a little riddle. Who's the best debunker? Is it Kenny Biddle? Oh, he's good, not just a little. Not at the bottom or even the middle. Strike a chord like a fiddle. Tasting the rainbow like a skittle. That's fragile and brittle. You can watch him take a problem and start to riddle the problem away. He does not play. He takes his job so seriously. He loves a challenge and won't turn you away. He's such a skeptic, he keeps those believers exposing the fake. It wouldn't take him long to find a needle in hay. Use a magnet and dab it. Now take a drink of Kenny's specialty. Some of them may say that's not for me. To each their own, will be. Man, Kenny's such a skeptic, drinking skeptical tea. Like and subscribe, everybody turn notifications on. And go watch his show and forget about this song. Mr. Wizard or Bill Nye the Science Guy. Can you remember? You like Kenny better, so head to the Skeptical Help Bar and meet the bartender. Pick up a drink and relax, cause nobody does this better. Not even close, not even a little. He's the one and only Kenny Bill.